Everyone, as we step into 2025, I want to remind you of something powerful. This year is about you, not about pleasing others, not about proving yourself to society, but about investing in yourself, your growth, and your happiness. In a world full of distractions, competition, and constant comparisons, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters: your own journey. The more energy you waste worrying about what others are doing, the less you have to build your own success. That stops now. Stop seeking validation from others. Many people spend their lives chasing approval, constantly worrying about how others perceive them. They modify their actions, words, and even dreams just to fit into a mold that society, family, or friends expect of them. This endless pursuit of validation is exhausting and unfulfilling because no matter how much approval you receive, it will never truly satisfy you. There will always be someone who disagrees with your choices, criticizes your decisions, or questions your path. The truth is, you will never be able to please everyone, and the more you try, the more you lose yourself in the process. Validation seeking is deeply rooted in human nature because we are social beings. We crave acceptance and fear rejection. But in this modern world of social media and constant comparison, this need for validation has become even more toxic. People post their lives online, waiting for likes, comments, and shares to determine their worth. They measure success not by personal fulfillment, but by how others react to their achievements. This mindset is dangerous because it places your happiness and self-worth in the hands of others, making you a prisoner of public opinion. To break free from this cycle, you must develop an unshakable sense of self. Know who you are, what you stand for, and what makes you happy, regardless of whether others approve or not. Trust your own judgment and make decisions based on what aligns with your values and aspirations. When you stop relying on external validation, you gain the freedom to live authentically. You no longer need applause or reassurance to feel good about yourself. Your confidence comes from within, not from the approval of others. This shift in mindset allows you to take risks without fear of judgment. You stop hesitating to chase your dreams because you're no longer worried about whether people will support or criticize you. You stop filtering your words and actions to fit into societal expectations. Instead, you live boldly, embracing your individuality and making choices that bring you genuine happiness. Some people may not understand or agree with you, but that's okay. The people who truly matter will accept and respect you for who you are, not for who they want you to be. At the end of the day, the only validation that truly matters is your own. When you stop seeking approval from others, you reclaim your power. You become the author of your own story, unbothered by opinions that don't serve you. The most successful and fulfilled people in the world are those who dare to follow their own path without waiting for permission. Be one of them. Avoid distractions and comparisons. In a world filled with endless notifications, social media updates, and external noise, staying focused on your own journey has never been more challenging. Every day we are bombarded with information that pulls our attention in multiple directions, making it difficult to concentrate on what truly matters. Distractions come in many forms: constant scrolling through social media, binge-watching TV shows, engaging in gossip, or getting lost in meaningless conversations that add no value to your life. These distractions may seem harmless, but over time, they steal your most valuable resource, your time. Time wasted on things that do not contribute to your growth is time you will never get back. If you want to succeed in 2025, you need to eliminate the unnecessary noise and focus on the things that genuinely push you forward. One of the biggest distractions is the habit of comparing yourself to others. Social media has made it easy to see people's highlights, their achievements, their luxurious lifestyles, their perfect relationships. It creates an illusion that everyone else is doing better than you, leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. But what people don't show are their struggles, failures, and the hard work behind their success. Comparing yourself to others is a losing game because everyone has a different journey, different challenges, and different timelines. What works for someone else may not work for you, and that's perfectly fine. Instead of looking at what others have achieved, shift your focus inward. Measure your progress based on where you were yesterday, last month, or last year, not based on someone else's highlight reel. To truly focus on yourself, you need to set clear boundaries with distractions. Limit your time on social media, unsubscribe from negativity, and stop engaging in activities that do not contribute to your goals. Instead, channel your energy into productive habits. Reading, learning, exercising, working on your skills, and building the life you want. The more you eliminate distractions and comparisons, the more clarity you will have in your journey. The only competition you should have is with the person you were yesterday. Growth happens when you focus on your own path, not when you waste time watching others walk theirs. Prioritize self-care. In the fast-paced world we live in, self-care often takes a back seat to work, responsibilities, and the demands of daily life. Many people associate self-care with luxury, treating it as something they can only indulge in when they have free time. But the truth is, self-care is a necessity, not a luxury. Taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally is crucial if you want to function at your best. When you neglect yourself, everything in your life suffers. Your health, your productivity, your relationships, and even your happiness. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you constantly put others before yourself, you will eventually burn out. Self-care looks different for everyone. It could be as simple as getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, and exercising regularly to maintain physical health. It could mean taking breaks, allowing yourself to rest, and not feeling guilty for prioritizing your well-being. Mental and emotional self-care is just as important as physical self-care. This means setting boundaries, saying no to things that drain your energy, and protecting your peace from negativity. It means engaging in activities that make you feel good, reading, meditating, journaling, or simply spending time alone to recharge. It also means surrounding yourself with positive influences, people who uplift you rather than bring you down. Many people struggle with self-care because they feel guilty about focusing on themselves. They believe that putting themselves first is selfish, but that couldn't be further from the truth. When you take care of yourself, you become a better version of yourself, which benefits not just you but also the people around you. You are more present, more energetic, and more capable of handling life's challenges. Self-care is not about escaping responsibilities. It's about making sure you have the strength to handle them. It's about recognizing that your well-being matters and that you deserve to feel good in your own life. In 2025, make self-care a priority, not an afterthought. Take care of yourself first, and everything else will fall into place. Set goals based on your vision, not what society or others expect from you. Many people go through life following a path that was never truly theirs. They pursue careers, relationships, and lifestyles dictated by societal norms, parental expectations, or peer influence, rather than what genuinely fulfills them. This often leads to frustration, dissatisfaction, and a constant feeling of emptiness, because they are living someone else's dream instead of their own. True success and happiness come when you define your own path and set goals that align with your personal desires, values, and aspirations. To do this, you must first get clear on what you truly want. Ask yourself, if no one else's opinion mattered, what would I choose for myself? Forget what is considered impressive or acceptable in society. Focus only on what brings you purpose and joy. Once you identify your vision, break it down into actionable goals. Instead of setting vague aspirations like, I want to be successful, define what success means to you personally. Is it financial independence? Is it traveling the world? Is it building a business that aligns with your passions? The clearer you are about your goals, the easier it becomes to create a roadmap to achieve them. It is also crucial to block out external noise when setting and pursuing your goals. Not everyone will understand or support your vision, and that's okay. Some people may doubt you, criticize your choices, or try to convince you to follow a more conventional path. But remember, it is not their life, it is yours. You are the only one who has to live with the consequences of your decisions, so why let others dictate them? Focus on your own progress without seeking approval or validation. Stay committed to your journey even if it looks different from what society expects. At the end of the day, fulfillment comes from living life on your own terms, not by meeting someone else's expectations. Be unapologetically selfish. The word selfish often carries a negative connotation, making people believe that putting themselves first is wrong. Society teaches us to always put others before ourselves, to be selfless, and to prioritize the needs of family, friends, and work above our own. While generosity and kindness are important, constantly sacrificing your own needs for others can leave you exhausted, unfulfilled, and even resentful. The truth is, there is nothing wrong with being selfish in a way that serves your personal growth and well-being. In fact, it is necessary if you want to become the best version of yourself. Being unapologetically selfish means understanding that your happiness and success should not be compromised for the sake of pleasing others. It means setting boundaries and not feeling guilty for saying no to things that do not serve you. People will always have expectations of you, but that does not mean you are obligated to meet them at the expense of your own well-being. Whether it is declining invitations that drain your energy, distancing yourself from toxic relationships, or choosing to spend time working on your goals instead of fulfilling social obligations, you have the right to prioritize yourself without feeling bad about it. Many people fear that focusing on themselves will make them lose relationships or opportunities. But the reality is quite the opposite. When you respect yourself enough to prioritize your needs, you attract the right people, those who genuinely support you and respect your boundaries. The people who get upset when you start prioritizing yourself are often the ones who benefited from you putting yourself last. Do not let guilt hold you back from taking care of yourself. Being selfish does not mean being inconsiderate. It means valuing yourself enough to choose what is best for you. The more you take control of your life and focus on what makes you happy, the more fulfilled and successful you will become. Work in silence and let your results make the noise. In today's world, it has become a habit for people to constantly share their plans, goals, and achievements on social media, seeking recognition and approval from others. While there is nothing wrong with celebrating success, sharing too much too soon can often lead to unnecessary pressure, distractions, and even negativity from others. When you talk about your plans before you have executed them, you invite opinions, doubts, and criticism that can shake your confidence and make you second-guess yourself. Not everyone wants to see you succeed, and sometimes the less people know about your journey, the better. Instead of announcing every move you make, focus on doing the work quietly. Let your actions speak louder than your words. Success is built through discipline, consistency, and relentless effort, not through talking about it. The most successful people are those who dedicate their time and energy to progress rather than seeking validation for their efforts. They move in silence, focus on their craft, and let their achievements do the talking. Keeping your goals private also helps you maintain focus. When you are not seeking approval or external validation, you can work without distractions and without the fear of judgment. You are free to make mistakes, adjust your plans, and grow at your own pace. The moment you achieve what you set out to do, people will notice. Your success will speak for itself. Instead of proving yourself through words, prove yourself through results. Let your hard work and dedication be the loudest statement you make. Cut toxic relationships. The people you surround yourself with play a significant role in shaping your mindset, emotions, and overall success. Unfortunately, not everyone in your life has your best interests at heart. Some people drain your energy, bring negativity, and hold you back from reaching your full potential. Toxic relationships come in many forms. They could be friends who constantly criticize you, Family members who discourage your dreams, colleagues who belittle your efforts, or even a partner who manipulates and controls you. These individuals create an environment filled with stress, self-doubt, and unnecessary drama, making it difficult for you to focus on your growth. If you truly want to prioritize yourself in 2025, you must have the courage to cut ties with people who no longer serve your well-being. Letting go of toxic relationships is not easy, especially if these individuals have been in your life for a long time. You may feel guilty, fearful, or even obligated to maintain these connections. However, staying in unhealthy relationships only harms you in the long run. You must understand that you are not responsible for fixing or carrying the emotional baggage of others, especially when they are unwilling to change. It is okay to walk away from people who continuously bring negativity into your life. Protecting your peace and mental health should always be a priority. Surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and genuinely support you. The right people will encourage your growth, celebrate your successes, and push you to become the best version of yourself. When you let go of toxic individuals, you create space for healthier, more fulfilling relationships that contribute to your happiness. In 2025, choose to invest your time and energy in people who bring positivity into your life rather than those who drain you. Cutting toxic relationships is not an act of cruelty, it is an act of self-respect. Measure progress daily. Growth is a continuous process, and the only way to ensure that you are moving forward is by tracking your progress consistently. Many people set goals but fail to monitor their journey, which leads to stagnation and frustration. The key to success is not just setting ambitious targets, but also evaluating your daily efforts toward achieving them. Every small step counts, and when you make it a habit to reflect on your progress each day, you stay motivated, focused, and aware of areas that need improvement. Measuring progress does not mean obsessing over instant results. Growth takes time, and the most meaningful changes happen gradually. Some days your progress might feel insignificant, but as long as you remain consistent, those small efforts will eventually add up to significant achievement. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Ask yourself, did I learn something new today? Did I take a step toward my goal? Am I improving in any way? These simple questions help you stay accountable and committed to your journey. One effective way to track progress is by keeping a journal or using a habit tracker. Write down your goals, daily achievements, and lessons learned along the way. When you look back at your past entries, you will realize how far you have come, even when it feels like you are not moving fast enough. Measuring progress daily also helps you identify patterns, weaknesses, and areas that need adjustment. If you notice that certain habits or routines are not bringing you closer to your goals, you can make necessary changes before wasting more time. The most successful people are those who prioritize self-awareness and self-improvement. By tracking your progress every day, you develop discipline, resilience, and a strong sense of purpose. You become more intentional with your actions and less likely to drift through life without direction. In 2025, make it a habit to measure your growth daily and hold yourself accountable for becoming a better version of yourself. The only way to guarantee progress is by making sure you are constantly moving forward, no matter how small the steps may seem. Eliminate the need for external approval. One of the biggest barriers to personal growth is the constant desire for validation from others. Many people hesitate to take action or follow their dreams because they fear being judged, criticized, or misunderstood. They seek approval from family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers before making decisions about their own lives. This dependency on external validation keeps them stuck, afraid to take risks or embrace their true selves. If you want to thrive in 2025, you must free yourself from the need for approval and trust your own judgment. Approval-seeking behavior often stems from childhood experiences, societal conditioning, and the fear of rejection. However, the harsh truth is that no matter what you do, people will always have opinions. Some will support you, others will doubt you, and some will never be satisfied with your choices. If you base your self-worth on how others perceive you, you will constantly be at their mercy, unable to live authentically. Instead of worrying about what people think, focus on what makes you happy, fulfilled, and aligned with your values. The moment you stop seeking validation, you gain true freedom. You no longer need permission to chase your dreams, take risks, or make decisions that benefit you. You stop second-guessing yourself and start trusting your intuition. You realize that the only approval that truly matters is your own. This shift in mindset allows you to move with confidence, without hesitation or fear. It also helps you develop resilience. When criticism or negativity comes your way, it no longer affects you because you are secure in your choices. To break free from the need for approval, practice self-assurance and self-maximation. Remind yourself that you are capable, worthy, and enough, regardless of external opinions. Make decisions based on what feels right for you, not on what others expect. Celebrate your achievements privately without seeking applause. The less you depend on external validation, the more empowered you become. In 2025, choose to live for yourself and not for the approval of others. Your life is yours to create, and you do not need anyone's permission to be happy. Embrace transformation. Growth is uncomfortable, and that is why so many people resist change. They prefer to stay in their comfort zones, even when they know deep down that they are capable of more. However, if you truly want to evolve into the best version of yourself, you must embrace transformation wholeheartedly. Change is inevitable, and the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can use it to your advantage. Instead of fearing the unknown, welcome new opportunities, challenges, and experiences that push you beyond your limits. Transformation requires letting go of old habits, beliefs, and patterns that no longer serve you. It means breaking free from self-doubt, procrastination, and negative thinking. It also means being willing to fail, learn, and start over when necessary. Many people resist change because they are afraid of failure. But failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of the journey. Every mistake you make is a lesson that brings you closer to where you want to be. When you shift your mindset from fear to growth, you begin to see obstacles as stepping stones rather than setbacks. Personal transformation also involves surrounding yourself with the right influences. Be mindful of what you consume. Whether it is the books you read, the content you watch, or the people you listen to. Your environment shapes your mindset, so choose influences that inspire and challenge you to grow. Seek out mentors, learn from successful individuals, and continuously educate yourself. The more you invest in self-improvement, the more you transform into a person capable of achieving greatness. The beauty of transformation is that it is an ongoing process. You are never truly done growing, learning, or evolving. The version of yourself that exists today is not the version that will achieve your biggest goals. You must keep improving, adapting, and refining yourself along the way. Growth requires action, patience, and perseverance, but the rewards are worth it. In 2025, commit to embracing transformation. Welcome change, seek growth, and never settle for mediocrity. The best version of yourself is waiting on the other side of your comfort zone. Master self-discipline. Success is not about luck or talent alone, it is about discipline. No matter how big your dreams are, without discipline, they will remain just that, dreams. The ability to stay committed to your goals even when motivation fades is what separates successful people from those who never reach their potential. In a world full of distractions and temptations, self-discipline is the key to achieving anything meaningful in life. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you do not feel like doing it. It is about choosing long-term success over short-term gratification, making sacrifices when necessary, and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Many people struggle with self-discipline because they rely too much on motivation. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Some days you wake up feeling inspired and ready to work, while other days you feel lazy, tired, or unmotivated. If you depend on motivation alone, you will never be consistent. That is why discipline matters. Discipline is waking up early to work on your goals even when you would rather sleep in. It is choosing to work out even when you do not feel like it. It is sticking to your commitments even when no one is watching. Building self-discipline requires creating habits that align with your goals. Start small, set clear daily tasks that push you toward progress, and commit to them no matter what. Remove temptations and distractions that make it easy to slack off. Develop routines that reinforce productivity and structure. The more disciplined you become, the easier it gets to stay consistent. Over time, discipline turns into a lifestyle. It becomes second nature. One of the most important aspects of self-discipline is learning to delay gratification. Most people give up on their goals because they want instant results. They expect success to come quickly, and when it does not, they lose patience and quit. But real success takes time, and the people who achieve it are those who can stay focused and committed even when the rewards are not immediate. Self-discipline teaches you to trust the process. Put in the work and stay dedicated, knowing that results will come with time. If you want to elevate yourself in 2025, master self-discipline. It will make the difference between staying stuck where you are and becoming the person you aspire to be. Your habits, routines, and daily choices define your future, so take control of them. Discipline yourself to do what is necessary and success will follow. Detach from past failures and mistakes. Many people stay stuck in life because they are unable to let go of their past mistakes, failures, and regrets. They replay old situations in their minds, wondering what they could have done differently, allowing guilt and disappointment to consume them. But the truth is, no matter how much you think about the past, you cannot change it. The only thing you can control is what you do moving forward. If you truly want to grow in 2025, you must learn to detach from the past and free yourself from the weight of regret. Failure is not the end of the road, it is a lesson. Every mistake you have made was an opportunity to learn something valuable. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, shift your perspective and ask yourself, what did this experience teach me? How can I use this lesson to improve my future? When you start seeing failures as stepping stones instead of setbacks, you realize that every experience, good or bad, was necessary for your growth. Detaching from the past also means forgiving yourself. Too often people are their own worst critics, punishing themselves for past decisions that they can no longer change. Holding on to guilt and shame only holds you back. Forgiveness does not mean ignoring your mistakes. It means acknowledging them, taking responsibility, and allowing yourself to move forward without carrying unnecessary emotional baggage. Give yourself permission to start fresh. The same applies to letting go of past relationships, disappointments, and missed opportunities. Life does not always go as planned, and sometimes things fall apart to make room for something better. Do not waste your time looking back at what could have been. Focus on what can be. The future is still in your hands, and the sooner you release the past, the sooner you can build a better tomorrow in 2025. Refuse to be held hostage by your past. Use your experiences as lessons, but do not let them define you. You are not your mistakes, your failures, or your regrets. You are what you choose to become from this moment forward. Stay consistent, even when results are not immediate. One of the biggest reasons people fail to achieve their goals is because they lack consistency. They start strong, full of excitement and motivation, but the moment they do not see quick results, they lose interest and give up. The reality is, success is not about making huge leaps overnight. It is about showing up every single day, putting in the work, and staying committed, even when progress seems slow. Consistency is what turns small efforts into massive achievement. Think about an athlete training for a championship. If they only train when they feel like it, they will never reach their full potential. The same applies to any goal in life. Whether it is building a business, getting in shape, or mastering a skill, the key to success is doing the work every single day, not just when it is convenient. The reason consistency is difficult for many people is because they expect instant gratification. In a world where everything is available instantly, patience has become rare. But the best things in life take time. Real growth does not happen in a few weeks or months. It takes years of dedication. That is why the most successful individuals are those who can commit to a process without needing immediate rewards. They trust that their efforts will pay off in the long run, and they stay consistent, regardless of how slow progress feels. One of the best ways to maintain consistency is by focusing on small, daily actions rather than overwhelming long-term goals. Instead of worrying about how far you have to go, focus on what you can do today. When you break your goals into smaller, manageable steps, it becomes easier to stay consistent. Even if progress feels slow, remind yourself that every effort adds up. Success is not about making giant leaps, it is about taking steady steps forward day after day. If you want to achieve something great in 2025, stay consistent. Do not get discouraged when results do not come immediately. Keep putting in the work, trust the process, and understand that every effort you make is bringing you closer to success. The people who succeed are not always the most talented or the luckiest. They are the ones who refuse to give up. Trust yourself and your decision. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is to develop unshakable self-trust. Many people struggle with self-doubt, constantly second-guessing their choices and seeking validation from others. They fear making mistakes, so they hesitate, overanalyze, and delay taking action. But the reality is, if you do not trust yourself, you will always rely on others to dictate your life. You will be easily influenced, uncertain, and unable to make decisions with confidence. If you want to take full control of your life in 2025, you must learn to trust yourself fully. Self-trust is built through experience, reflection, and confidence in your own judgment. The more you trust yourself, the more decisive and empowered you become. You stop waiting for permission and start taking action based on what you believe is right. You realize that no one else knows your life better than you do. While advice from others can be helpful, at the end of the day, the best person to decide what is right for you is you. Trusting yourself also means accepting that mistakes are part of the journey. You will not always make perfect decisions, but that should not stop you from making them. Every choice you make, right or wrong, teaches you something valuable. The more you rely on your own instincts, the stronger your decision-making skills become. Eventually, self-doubt fades and you develop the confidence to navigate life without fear. In 2025, stop second-guessing yourself, make decisions with confidence, trust your instincts, and believe in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. The more you trust yourself, the more control you will have over your life, and the more unstoppable you will become. Prioritize mental and emotional well-being. In a fast-paced world filled with stress, distractions, and endless responsibilities, many people neglect their mental and emotional health. They push themselves to the limit, ignoring signs of burnout, anxiety, and emotional exhaustion, believing that productivity is more important than well-being. However, no amount of success, money, or external achievements can compensate for a mind that is constantly overwhelmed and a heart that is burdened with unresolved emotion. If you truly want to focus on yourself in 2025, your mental and emotional well-being must be a top priority. Taking care of your mind is just as important as taking care of your body. Many people invest time and effort into physical fitness, but fail to give their minds the same level of attention. Mental well-being affects every aspect of life: your relationships, work performance, decision-making, and overall happiness. When your mind is clear, focused, and at peace, you are more productive, resilient, and capable of handling challenges. But when your mind is filled with stress, negativity, and self-doubt, Even the smallest problems can feel overwhelming. One of the most effective ways to protect your mental health is by setting boundaries. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy and do not align with your well being. Do not overcommit yourself to work, social obligations, or relationships that leave you feeling exhausted. Prioritize rest, relaxation, and activities that bring you joy. Give yourself permission to take breaks without feeling guilty. Your mind needs time to recharge just like your body does. Another crucial aspect of mental well-being is managing your thoughts and emotions. Many people allow negative thoughts to control their mindset, leading to self-doubt, stress, and unnecessary suffering. The way you think shapes your reality, so it is essential to practice positive self-talk and cultivate a mindset that empowers you rather than holds you back. When negative thoughts arise, challenge them with logic and replace them with affirmations that reinforce your confidence and self-worth. Emotional well-being also requires addressing past wounds, unresolved traumas, and unprocessed emotions. Many people carry emotional baggage from past experiences, allowing it to affect their present lives. Instead of suppressing your emotions, acknowledge them, process them, and seek healing, whether through therapy, journaling, meditation, or deep conversations with trusted individuals. Find ways to release emotional pain and create space for inner peace. In addition to personal practices, surrounding yourself with a supportive and understanding environment plays a significant role in maintaining emotional well-being. Be mindful of the people you allow into your life. Choose relationships that bring you peace rather than unnecessary stress. If certain people or situations constantly drain your energy, distance yourself and protect your mental space. Prioritizing mental and emotional well-being is not selfish. It is necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you are constantly running on stress and emotional exhaustion, you will struggle to show up as your best self in any area of life. Make 2025 the year where you commit to taking care of your mind and emotions, just as much as you take care of everything else. When you are mentally strong and emotionally balanced, you become unstoppable in all aspects of life. Eliminate unnecessary distractions. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, endless notifications, news updates, emails, and the constant demands of daily life. It is easy to get caught up in things that steal your time, energy, and focus without even realizing it. Many people struggle to concentrate on their goals because they are constantly being pulled in different directions, reacting to external influences instead of actively shaping their lives. If you want to focus on yourself in 2025, you must take control of your attention and eliminate unnecessary distractions that prevent you from reaching your full potential. Distractions do not just waste time. They disrupt your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and stay committed to what truly matters. Every time you shift your focus from one task to another, your brain needs time to readjust, making you less productive and more mentally exhausted. The more distractions you allow into your life, the harder it becomes to stay on track with your personal growth and ambitions. This is why learning to control your environment and being intentional with your time is crucial for success. One of the biggest sources of distraction is technology, particularly social media. While social media can be a great tool for connection and inspiration, it can also become a major obstacle if not managed properly. Scrolling endlessly through feeds, consuming negative news, or comparing yourself to others can drain your energy and take you away from your own journey. Instead of mindlessly engaging with content that does not add value to your life, set boundaries around your social media use. Limit your screen time, unfollow accounts that do not inspire you, and be mindful of how much attention you give to virtual distractions. Another common distraction is unnecessary commitments and obligations that do not align with your priorities. Many people say yes to things out of guilt, obligation, or fear of disappointing others, even when those commitments do not serve their best interests. In 2025, it is important to become more selective about where you invest your time and energy. Ask yourself, Is this helping me grow? Is this aligned with my goals? Does this bring me peace or stress? If something does not contribute positively to your life, consider letting it go. Mental distractions such as overthinking, self-doubt, and worrying about things beyond your control can also take up valuable space in your mind. Many people waste hours dwelling on hypothetical scenarios, replaying past mistakes, or stressing over things they cannot change. To eliminate these distractions, practice mindfulness and develop the habit of focusing on the present moment. Redirect your thoughts towards productive actions rather than letting them spiral into unnecessary worry. Creating an environment that supports deep focus is another powerful way to eliminate distractions. Organize your space, remove clutter, and design your surroundings in a way that enhances concentration. Whether it is a quiet workspace, a structured daily routine, or a distraction-free time block for important tasks, setting up your environment for success makes it easier to stay committed to your goals. By eliminating unnecessary distractions, you reclaim control over your time and energy. You become more present, more productive, and more intentional with your actions. Instead of being controlled by external influences, you start directing your life on your own terms. Make 2025 the year you take charge of your focus, cut out distractions, and dedicate yourself fully to what truly matters. Surround yourself with positivity and growth-minded people. The people you spend the most time with have a powerful impact on your mindset, motivation, and overall success. Whether you realize it or not, the energy, habits, and attitudes of those around you influence your thoughts, decisions, and behaviors. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, doubt, or people who do not support your growth, it becomes much harder to stay focused on yourself and your goals. That is why, in 2025, one of the most important things you can do is to intentionally build an environment filled with positivity and people who push you to become your best self. Many people hold on to relationships out of comfort, history, or obligation, even when those connections are no longer serving them. They continue spending time with people who drain their energy, discourage their ambitions, or bring unnecessary drama into their lives. While it is natural to have emotional attachments, it is crucial to recognize when certain relationships are holding you back instead of helping you grow. If someone constantly criticizes your dreams, belittles your progress, or fills your mind with negativity, you need to ask yourself whether keeping them in your life is worth sacrificing your personal growth. Surrounding yourself with growth-minded individuals does not mean only seeking out people who think exactly like you. It means being around those who inspire, challenge, and support you in meaningful ways. These are the people who encourage you to push past your limits, who celebrate your successes without jealousy, and who offer guidance when you need it. When you are in the presence of individuals who are also striving to improve themselves, their energy becomes contagious. You start thinking bigger, working harder, and believing in yourself more because you see firsthand what is possible. One way to attract more positive and ambitious people into your life is to embody those qualities yourself. Be the kind of person who uplifts others, who is passionate about growth, and who values meaningful conversations over gossip and negativity. Like-minded people naturally gravitate toward those who share similar values. So when you focus on improving yourself, you will begin to attract others who are on the same path. It is also important to create an environment that reinforces positivity even when you are alone. The content you consume, books, podcasts, social media, and news shapes your mindset just as much as the people around you. If you constantly expose yourself to negativity, complaints, and discouraging messages, it will inevitably affect how you think and feel. Instead, fill your mind with knowledge, inspiration, and motivation that pushes you forward. Listen to podcasts that educate and empower you, read books that expand your perspective, and follow people who inspire you to take action. Letting go of negative influences does not mean cutting people off with anger or resentment. It simply means prioritizing your peace and growth. You can love and care for someone from a distance while choosing not to engage in their negativity. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It is necessary for maintaining your focus and protecting your mental and emotional well-being. In 2025, make a conscious effort to build relationships that add value to your life. Seek out mentors, friends, and communities that encourage your growth rather than hinder it. Be mindful of the energy you allow into your space and choose to invest your time in people and experiences that uplift you. When you surround yourself with positivity and growth-minded individuals, your journey towards self-improvement becomes easier, more fulfilling, and more powerful than ever before. As you step into 2025, remember that focusing on yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. Your growth, happiness, and success depend on the choices you make every day. Prioritize your goals, protect your energy, and stay committed to becoming the best version of yourself. Let go of past mistakes, eliminate distractions, surround yourself with positivity, and cultivate self-discipline. The journey of self-improvement is not always easy, but every step you take brings you closer to the life you truly deserve. Stay focused, stay consistent, and make 2025 the year you fully invest in yourself.